This is Backdoor Boink, where we welcome every side of everyone. Please note, this is an 18-plus podcast. It's time to put in some earbuds if you don't want to answer awkward questions from your children, family, or friends. I'm Kayla, a certified relationship and intimacy coach.
And I'm MJ, and I brought the lube.
In this podcast, we explore the behind the scenes of a weekly wellness topic. Our goal is to help you feel good, be naughty. Thank you for checking out our After Dark, After Hours podcast. You can find more information, including our YouTube channel, social media accounts, events, Discord, and products at boinked.com. That's www.boink-ed.com. Now, let's get in that back door. I guess we'll do this as like a little preview, a little teaser of next week. So we were going to do a part 2 of the previous episode.
Okay.
Which was playing outside your original or your primary partner.
Box.
Yeah. We were specifically talking about scenes in that case.
Right.
But we were talking about doing a part 2 to be about the more intimate nature and how to approach that more than just scene play.
Right. We were.
So we'll do that next week.
Oh, okay. You throwing me under the bus this week?
I'm not going to throw you under the bus this week.
You always throw me under the bus.
You like it down there?
No, I don't.
Okay, fine.
I like it down certain places, but not under the bus.
Okay. All right, fair.
Not under maybe, but...
Under the box?
I don't mind being under the box.
Okay. No, we had a request for a topic.
Did not know that.
That's funny because it was posed to you.
Was it?
It was. Rekindling intimacy and...
Oh,
yeah.
that one. I thought there was another one we were talking about.
No.
See, here I am coming into this like we're going to finish up last week's podcast.
With the part 2.
With the part 2, and okay. So we're on a different path altogether.
Yeah, we'll do part 2 next week.
Okay.
Let's take a break from the kinky and the extra spicy because we cover everything from asexual through things that people may or may not know exist as far as kinks and taboos. So let's rewind back to something that...
More basic?
Not even basic, but something foundational. A foundation of every relationship, and it's going to have its dry spells.
I'm not talking...
Basic bitch.
Yeah, I'm not talking basic Uggs, caramel
pumpkin spice.
That, yeah. No, I'm talking basic foundations.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the foundation. The intimacy is the foundation of any relationship, regardless how far into the taboo you travel. But
well, without intimacy, we couldn't have had last week's discussion.
True.
For example.
Exactly. But it is a case where I want to say every relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't like to speak in definites. But the majority of relationships are going to hit a dry spell. They're going to have some dips and some bumps in the road. So I thought that this would be a good topic to take us back before we start talking about part 2 of other partners more than just scene play.
Okay.
Okay.
If we even get to that next week. Who knows? We may come up with something else.
Well, I would like to get to that next week, but if somebody submits us a topic, I feel that that's going to take priority. That's somebody's need to make sure that their relationship is growing or getting off rocky territory, whatever the case may be. Yeah, topics are always welcome, and we care, and we're going to make those a priority.
What was that? We what?
We care. Let's talk about these dry spells. Would it be safe to say that we've had dry spells or dips or troubles with our intimacy?
You're going to go there on the podcast?
I'm going to go there on the podcast.
I haven't seen you since mid-September.
So what does that mean for our sex life?
Nada. Nil. None. Zip.
You hear that, people? Even the sex professionals, the sexperts, if you will, have dry spells. And in our case, it's not for lack of wanting.
No.
It's for lack of time and availability, which is a number one reason.
Things like this happen.
Yeah?
Number 1 is usually scheduling time. September, we knew it was going to be a busy month. October was busy.
And now moving into December, I have 5 different events coming up and the sales on the website. I mean...
Yeah, I work a daily job. Set hours. My days change, but the hours are set. It makes it difficult. You've picked up hours for an outside company. It makes it even that much harder for us to find time and connect.
So let's start with this availability. portion. And then we'll move on to the other things that can cause...
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm checking my Google Calendar to see when we both have time available.
Oh, so that's your tip for this availability thing, is scheduling it.
It looks like 3 weeks after Christmas.
Oh, okay. I just send me the invite on the Google Calendar.
And you'll click maybe.
And I'll click, yeah. If something comes up. So scheduling. You recommend scheduling intimacy time?
Yes.
Okay. What are some caveats to that? What are some concerns around that, do you think?
If it's been a while, one person's going to be gung-ho, let's go, and the other one's maybe going to be a little more hesitant. Don't put expectations on it.
Ooh.
It's just time together. No phone, no computer, no
TV.
No TV. I was thinking of a nice way to say no kids.
No, nice way to say no kids. The number one box block and cock block. Okay, so scheduling it, that is a great tip, is not having...
Look at it as date night.
Look at it as date night as opposed to, we gonna get down and dirty on...
Look, money's tight for everybody. So order a pizza, stay in, but set the mood.
Even better, cook dinner together.
I'm not cooking with you.
No, I mean other people other than us.
Somebody
I'm dangerous.
Stabbed.
I'm dangerous in the kitchen. Fires aplenty.
And I stabbed myself. So,
yeah.
Together,
no.
Yeah.
But in general, cook dinner together, then sit down and eat it together. Even if this means you're having a late dinner after the kids are in bed. And otherwise, don't set expectations beyond spending time together. Maybe plan a cuddle session. Maybe plan a massage.
And if you can swing it, a couple's massage.
No, I meant massaging each other.
Well, yeah, but I'm still on the set expectations. There are places that do couples massages. Make it outside of the house date night.
Yeah, if the funds are available. Got to cover all the accessibility. Some people can do that. Some people can't. But yeah, touching each other and building that intimacy. And you might be surprised where it goes when you take the pressure off.
It's just hang out, date night, reconnect, have a conversation. Don't talk about the kids.
Ooh.
Don't talk about the bills.
Don't talk about the work.
Leave work at work that day. Talk about yourselves, each other. Take an interest in the conversation. Listen.
Listen. Active listening.
Don't just hear. Listen.
So I do want to touch on that. Active listening. So instead of listening and within the first couple sentences formulating a response, listen to the whole thing and then stop. Instead of turning it back on yourself, saying, I had XYZ happen, instead say, yikes, that's rough, or wow, that's exciting. Remark on the information first, making that empathetic connection, and then move on to your additional how you want to carry that conversation. But acknowledge. That's big. Okay, that's that. That's a whole communication workshop that will come down the line. So scheduling without expectations, because some people feel that scheduling takes the spontaneity out of it.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
That was always my concern.
Yeah.
It was always my concern.
And now looking back on it, you're like, maybe that's not such a bad thing sometimes.
No, because if we just rely on spontaneity,
it never happens.
It never happens. Something comes up. The dishes need to be done. The laundry. The kid needs something. The dogs. You name it.
That can wait.
Yeah.
Put it aside. It can wait an hour or two. It can wait till tomorrow morning.
When you schedule the time and you're prepared for no interruptions, then you do not allow interruptions. That's a huge thing. All right. So let's talk about other things that can create dry spells or bumps in the intimacy.
I think we covered it all. Work, kids, scheduling, kids, work.
Okay.
Bills.
So what would you classify those all as?
Life.
Yes. And life is stressful.
I suppose.
Who feels sexy when they are stressed and pulled in 80 different directions?
Me.
You do?
No.
For some people, it can be a form of release, but the thing is the biggest sexual organ in our body is our brain. And if our brain is occupied with all this other shit...
Let's measure that.
Let's measure that with the CM side?
Yeah.
I love you, but I think your brain is larger than your turgid schlong. Definitely wider.
Are we talking, yeah, I was going to say mass? Volume, yeah.
Volume-wise. So stress, and that's a big thing.
It's a Debbie Downer.
It's a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Not only energy-wise, stamina-wise.
No, it takes a lot out of people. It affects their mood.
Yeah, it affects their hormones.
It makes them, when they can finally take the 5 minutes to sit down and relax, it makes them crash.
Yeah, when you finally get that 5 minutes, you want to open up your phone and check out and
take a nap or
doom scroll TikTok or whatever it is. You don't want to have to work. And sometimes we look at sex as work.
It is. It's a lot of work.
Doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
Really? I'm talking from the adult perspective. I remember when the only work during sex was finding the spot where you're not going to get caught.
Well, being as we have a child, that's still applicable.
Mm-hmm.
But no, what I mean to say is it can feel like work before the adrenaline hits, before the endorphins, when you're tired and you're like, do I want to do all that? But if you take it off the plate of it being work and you just start with that intimate touch and the cuddles and everything like that, when the endorphins and the adrenaline start coming, the rest of it doesn't feel like work.
No.
But when you're outside of it, it can.
When you're outside, the initial, okay, I gotta, you want touches. Can't we just do this? You need it. I need it. Let's just do it and get it done with.
That's sexy.
The build up, the touching, it's a lot of work, especially for someone like me who.
What do you want, a quickie? Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Sometimes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Time and place,
But if I'm not in the right headspace, even if we are having that time together without the kid, without work, without, I can pry you away from your phone for 5 minutes, okay, where do I start? It's been so long. How does, how do you want to be touched? How do I even begin? That's a lot of work in my mind.
Gotcha.
So even for me, it's a lot of work to build up to it.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's other people out there that are the same way.
Okay. So taking expectations off the table, stopping thinking of it as work. Remember what it's like to be in the moment.
I'm old. I don't remember that far back.
Hey, it hasn't been that long since we've had sex. Come on. Okay, we established September. Oh gosh, it's almost December. I'm looking at the date going, holy shit. Okay, so it has been a while. But really put yourself back there.
We both have cobwebs.
Ew.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. So put yourself mentally back there. Skip over the, oh my gosh, crazy, this is work. I know my thighs are going to hurt after. Put yourself in the moment when you last were...
energetic about it?
No. Where you were last wet and juicy and having fun and enjoying sex. Remember what it's like when that orgasm rushes through your body. Get in that headspace as you put yourself into intimate situations with your partner.
Okay.
That's one of my tips.
Okay.
I'm
sitting here trying to think, moist me?
You're sitting here trying to do the mental exercise right now.
I'm trying to picture it because...
What I'm saying is wet. Whether that's lubricant or a partner's natural lubrication, everybody be getting wet, all right? You may not be producing it, but you're going to get wet when we're having a good time. That's what I'm saying. So put yourself back in that moment. Don't splash me. Stop it.
You're wet.
Oh my gosh. There's a computer here. Oh, wow. How old are you today?
3.5 years old.
Aw, you sound cute.
Mentally.
All right. What other things? So we've established stress.
Mm-hmm. Big killer.
Big killer. Let's not forget medications.
Oh, no. We haven't even touched that yet.
No. So nowadays, those of my fellow anxiety sufferers or mental health sufferers, which I think after post-pandemic, we all have
some form of...
Oh my gosh, anxiety, depression.
And what is the number one
mood
pill
disorders
that they prescribe?
Is an SSRI. I won't give a specific brand.
Little blue pill.
No, that's Viagra.
Well, no, that's the other blue pill.
Oh, okay.
We won't mention a specific name?
No. So it's an SSRI. It's a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. So it lets serotonin...
In other words, a happy pill.
A happy pill.
I'm always happy. I need nothing.
It's a fuck
Yay
it.
me.
It's a fuck it all pill. But what happens is whether you allow yourself to suffer with the anxiety, the depression, and all that bullshit,
That would be me.
that is going to impact your desire, your sex drive. If you take the SSRIs, guess what? That is going to impact your desire and your sex drive. So it has to become a conscious effort, really a mental exercise, where I said put yourself back in that moment where you're enjoying sex. If you are making that a mental exercise, you are reminding your body as well. Your body doesn't distinguish between what you see visually and what you see mentally. It's all a reality to it, which is why we all enjoy fantasies and everything like that. So putting yourself mentally back in that position is going to send signals to your body like, hey, this was good.
And you didn't know that the first time they put you on this particular medication.
No.
So we went
What the fuck?
a year
Yeah.
at least where I'm like, let's do this. And you're, no, I'm fine. I don't need it. I don't want it.
I don't have the desire.
Until you started doing some research into it.
Yes.
And spoke with your doctor about it.
Well, let's be clear on exactly what happened there. So, yes, mental exercises are a great stepping stone, and for some people it'll be enough. The mental exercise is the reminder of sexual satisfaction and fulfillment. For some people, depending on your prescription level, that might not be enough. You need to make sure that you find a primary care or prescriber who is willing to take it seriously that this is impacting your sex drive. Do you remember the first doctor we went to?
Vaguely.
Do you remember their response when I said, I have no sex drive?
I believe if you watch old movies, you'll hear the saying, do it for England.
No, that was not their response. Their response was, well, look at some porn.
Oh, that's right. Go look at some porn.
Go look at some porn.
How'd that work for you?
I had no desire to look at porn, and it was a whole thing. But there are ways that your prescriber can work with you. Mm-hmm. Additional medications, adjustment of dosage, whatever the case may be. But also make sure you're going through the steps, the mental exercises to get you back in that zone. All right, scheduling. We've hit on that.
Yep, life is busy.
Life is busy. Stress and other mental health or daily grinds that are bringing things to a halt.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you can think of?
There's other things that I know I'm supposed to think of, but they're just not coming to the front of the brain right now. Stress, scheduling.
I'm going to put one out there because you can have stress and you can have scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
What about just a lack of connection?
Oh, well, that's a big one.
That's huge. So how do you reconnect?
You still need that date night.
There you go.
There's been times where we've had a bit of a dry spell and you're wanting to reconnect and I'm like, not really feeling it. Just let me go to sleep. And of course, now the shoe's on the other foot. You feel, rejected and all that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just my mind's not there. I've removed myself from that sort of intimacy and connection at that moment in time. So now we have to build it back up. So again, we go back to, okay, where do we start? Date night.
Communicating the importance of date night, I feel, at that point is key. It's not just me needing, it's us needing.
Yeah.
So being clear about the reasons behind why you feel that this date night is so important. So it doesn't become just another day that gets brushed off. Hey, I noticed we both have Saturday night free in the calendar, and I was wondering if we could cook dinner together after the kid goes to bed, or I've set it up so that kid is staying at friend's house for the night. Can we cook dinner together? If you get some hesitation, I am concerned about our lack of connection or the lack of time we've had together. I think this would be good for us. That sort of thing is going to really solidify that this is important to the connection that you have together.
So what are we doing tomorrow night? What are we cooking for dinner? Hot dogs, macaroni and cheese?
Yeah. Chicken nuggets.
Okay, yeah. Communication, the follow-through.
The follow-through is very important. Absolutely. Making sure that when that day comes, when Saturday rolls around, that you're not like, I just want to watch TV.
Oh, we know that's what's going to happen.
We know that's what's going to happen, but you need to pull your ass up off the couch and follow through. It's like going to the gym.
It's always more fun with a gym buddy.
It's always more fun with a gym buddy. It's always more fun when you're both invested. And the more you do it,
the easier it is.
The easier it gets.
Just like everything else.
Uh-huh.
But it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to put aside because it's not, for most people, it's not an everyday need. It's not an everyday I have to have. Maybe a want, but it's not that everyday need that needs to get done. I don't need to feed this particular...
Right. And if you leave it off the table long enough and you're not making it a priority, it no longer even becomes a want. Your body's like, we've survived without this for, 3 months. Let's just keep going.
What's another month?
So you need that follow through. And once your body remembers how good that fucking feels, it is game on. Game on.
Just don't drop the ball again, or you're back to square one.
You know what? I'm gonna amend that. You are going to drop the ball again.
You are.
It's going to happen.
We know it is. You know it is. I know it is. It happens to us. But once you drop it, you got to come back, and you got to remember where you started.
Yep.
And start all over again. It's the chase. Back at the proverbial chase again.
I don't know if it's so much the chase. It doesn't really connect with that whole NRE trying to woo. It more becomes in my experience, somebody brings up, hey, this is part of our life that we've ignored. What can we do together?
Okay, fine.
Maybe you're chasing the high of the orgasm.
Maybe.
But hopefully not chasing your partner.
I mean, that could be fun too.
Okay, do I get a head start?
Go ahead.
You can count us down?
No.
No. I'll just come get you when I'm ready.
I'm by the door. You'll never make it past.
Oh, no. And I will say, if the dry spell is due to a lack of connection, there's no rush to get to that sex point either. Baby steps.
Scratch each other's back, brush each other's hair, whatever you need to do to bring back that intimacy. Just sit there and hold hands and talk.
Ooh, hold hands.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh,
that's not going to happen.
Chirpy, chirpy. Yeah. I think that hits on the 3 biggest points. And now I will circle back to the last thing that we have teased about time and time again.
What?
The reset.
Oh.
The reset.
Well, it sounds like they've already had their reset willingly or unwillingly.
Well, we can dabble in the reset with the assumption that it's not so much a lack of connection or a lack of desire, at least on one person's part.
Okay.
So the reset is ideal when one person has that drive, has that desire to have intercourse with their partner, and partner B is like, meh, I'm not feeling it. So when there's mismatched libidos, as they say, which is also very, very common, the number one reason that people see a sex coach or sex counselor, absolutely huge. Because different people, different timings, different hormones, all the things. So with that being said, that's where the reset comes in.
Okay. Well, where's your reset button? I want to push it. Come here.
Wow.
Come here. Let me push your reset button. I want to see what happens.
Push my reset button with the tip.
Turn it off and back on again.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Essentially, that's what it is. So it ties in a little bit of everything that we've already discussed, in particular, taking expectations off the table. Mm-hmm. Because the person B that is in a state where they have that lower desire, that lower sex drive.
They're a little more hesitant.
Yeah. They're feeling pressure, whether they're pressuring themselves or they're feeling pressure like truly from the other partner. There's pressure on them to perform, so to speak.
Ooh, performance anxiety.
Performance anxiety, regardless of what genitalia you be toting.
That's not good for our little friends.
No. The bean friend or the peen friend.
The peen friend flops and the bean friend goes, dries right up.
Okay. Yes. So with the reset, it's a mutual understanding that sex is off the table for a specific amount of time. A week, 2 weeks, you're getting kind of crazy about it, take it off the table for a month. But now we have to put in that follow through. So we've taken away the expectations for a designated amount of time. Now we have to put in the follow through step, which is making intimacy count in the meantime.
Okay, but during the reset, I'm going to use air quotes, is alone time allowed or not?
That has to be up to the individuals involved. Because for some individuals that we're still using person B, with the lower sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
For some individuals, having alone time or masturbating is actually going to remind their body that, hey, we enjoy pleasure, we enjoy orgasm. For other people, it may just become a substitute.
So for person A, for example.
For person A, so it has to be between the individuals, knowing their bodies, knowing one another, what they agree to. But part of why the reset exists is we're building up anticipation. So if you do take that alone time off the table, if that's something that all parties involved can do, you are building up that, yes.
Yeah. Whereas it's not going to affect person A, so to speak, other than they'll be walking a little bow-legged for a couple days because they haven't been able to release themselves one way or another. But person B, it's going to harm, in a sense, because they're not going to get that reminder is why they're taking this reset to begin with. They're not going to have that.
I think you need to rewind because you got person A and person B mixed up.
Yeah.
Person A has high sex drive. Person B has...
Person A, is taking care of themselves on a regular basis.
Yep.
So they need the reset. They need to take the break. They need to maybe take that part off the table.
Right.
And build that anticipation. Whereas person B needs that reminders to why they like that.
Exactly.
So they need to be able to go...
Neanderthal style.
Yeah, that.
So it will very much depend on the individuals and what agreement they come to. If they want to take alone time, as you call it, masturbating, off the table and make it strictly about the intimacy aspect, then so be it. But taking that pressure off, especially for person B, key to getting that sex drive back up. But also, I'm sorry to all the humans listening out there. You are all, and I say this with love and absolute acceptance, overgrown children. Because as soon as I tell you no cookie from the cookie jar, y'all be wanting that damn cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so as soon as we take it off the table and say no sex.
Everybody wants it.
Everybody wants it. They're like, wait, what? Well, I didn't want it when I knew I could just go back and get it whenever. Now I can't have it. Well, I'm gonna work towards that. I'm gonna climb that fridge and scale that person and just get everything I need from that cookie jar.
And hopefully the person being scaled is smart enough to say and has the willpower to say, you gotta wait.
Oh,
you gotta wait that week.
The glint.
We agreed on this together.
Oh my gosh, the glint in your eye when you just said that. Oh man, we're in for a reset, aren't we?
I think we've been on one.
But that's the difference between a reset and just
in a hiatus
and a schedule, a scheduling conflict or a slump. The reset is a conscious effort that requires some self-control, some communication, and some follow-through.
And what is something Kayla does not have?
Self-control.
Mm-hmm.
Self-control. So you tell me I can't have the cookie from the cookie jar, and as soon as we're done this podcast, we're making up for lost time.
Kids at my sister's house.
That's right.
No cookies for you.
Oh, all right. Time to wrap it up. I think we've hit the 3 major categories. Mm-hmm. We've hit some tips for them. And of course, there's always intimacy coaching. There's always sex counseling. And we do offer that service.
We do. I think there's one other thing we should hit on for young parents.
Okay.
New parents. Parents with little ones who like to cuddle.
This feels a little like being called out. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not calling you out on this because we all know we love our kiddo cuddles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to turn the TV on, turn it up a little loud, grab your partner by the collar, shove them in the bedroom, put the kids in front of the TV, and just make that time. Even if it is just sitting there, holding each other, and making out like teenagers in the bleachers.
Ooh, I like that.
It's not where you thought I was going, was it?
No.
I saw that head shake.
Yeah, no, I like that quite a bit. And it's true, especially if you have children that are
certain ages that
climbing into your bed at night, or they're infants and they're going to cry and wake up in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. You get that moment, you take it if you can, or make it rather. Make the situations that are going to allow you time with your partner. My grandmother said something to me once that just stuck with me forever. Our job as parents is to help our children grow up to be good human beings and go off and live life. Your partner is the one who is going to be there when you have an empty nest. That is the relationship that is your primary. That is the relationship that you foster and stand by. Yes, you love your children. And I think from a maternal standpoint, a lot of times we think our kids come first. It's not a matter really of who comes first or second, but we do need to keep in mind that our partners are going to be the ones that are there when the kids move on and live their lives. So, something to keep in mind. And it's not going to hurt little Johnny or little Amy, or it's not going to hurt anybody
To have a cookie and a cup of juice.
and sit in front of the TV, or to spend a couple 30 minutes in their own bed before they climb into yours in the middle of the night. It's okay. All right, naughty limerick time.
This doesn't feel like a naughty limerick episode.
Are you just trying to cop out? It sounds like a cop out.
Yes, I'm trying to cop out.
Come on, let's see what you got.
I don't have much. I had to go find a new website today. I burned up all the other ones. Because no, I certainly don't write these things.
All right, so while he's looking up the website, just a friendly reminder that relationship coaching, intimacy coaching, it is a service that we offer. The first one is free. You can find it right on www.boink-ed.com. And if you click on services, you can find us there, and we're happy to help. This is important. The more fulfilling sex you have, the better your day by day is. All right, what do you got?
Products to help with that.
No, come on.
Oh, there once was a sailor named Bates who was dancing the mambo on skates. He fell on his cutlass, which rendered him nutless and practically useless on dates.
Ooh, that sounds painful. Yikes. Yikes on bikes. Okay. Well then, what do you say now? I've got him trained really well. Come on.
Good night.
Thank you so much for listening. I do hope that this helps anybody out there who is having that slump, having that dry spell, or just feeling struggles with connecting with a partner. We will be back next week, and we'll do part 2 of playing outside your primary relationship, unless you have a topic that we need to address. No cookie for you. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to send us a voice message, send us an email, or just fill out the contact form on the website. We will be here for you next week, but in the meantime, stay you, stay beautiful, feel good, be naughty. Good night.
No cookie for you.
Thanks again for listening to this podcast. I started Boink in 2022 with the goal to create a safe environment and culture for all genders and sexual orientations, to learn about and embrace every part of themselves and one another. We offer workshops, events, and various inclusive products, along with consultations to make sure we take a holistic approach to enhancing individuals' sexual satisfaction with themselves or their partners. I believe that when you accept yourself and your partner on the most intimate of levels, it filters out into your daily life. The World Health Organization recognizes this, saying sexual health is fundamental to the overall health and well-being of individuals, couples, and families, and to the social and economic development of communities and countries. So as long as you'll have us, Boink will be here. Kink-affirming, gender-blurring, sex-fulfilling. And you can find any of our details at www.boink-ed.com.